I have the last story prepared because it's wild enough.
Anytime you say that at the start, it always works out pretty well.
What's the best reason to fly from Australia to the UK?
To get somewhere else, because why would you be going to the UK? Or you could, I don't know. Australia doesn't exist, remember? So,
Point. Never heard of it.
To get away from Foster's and all that stuff.
Well, you'd be technically going home to drink.
You're going out to it. It's a good point. I don't know.
More proof that Australia doesn't exist. They don't sell Fosters.
There you go. That's it. Yeah. To prove that the Earth is flat, once and for all. There we go.
But if you live in Australia, or you claim to, wouldn't this be the opposite of proving Australia's?
I mean, I guess I don't know because I don't live there in a fictional place. But
okay, so what if I told you a woman from Yorkshire who now lives in Australia in Sydney flew to a place called Wakey Wine to go to a place called Wakey Wines?
She went to a bottle.
It's an off-license and convenience shop for one reason.
That was her whole reason to go to this shop.
Well, but what did she want to buy there?
I guess wine.
Now, Wakey Wines has become famous for selling a 20-pound bottle and a 100-pound can of Prime energy drink. That's not the reason she flew there.
Okay. All right. Was she trying to sell them something, or
she went there to buy Van Holten's pickles?
So what? So hang on.
And what if I were to tell you to make this even better?
Okay.
They're not English pickles. They're from the US.
Okay. So wait a minute. This lady flew from Australia to the UK to buy some pickles.
Yes. £2 a pickle. Imported from the US.
However,
made in Wisconsin.
By the time you add the price of the flight and her accommodation, there are not £2 per pickle.
Well, not to mention that it's like double the price to go to the UK as it is to go to Wisconsin.
As it should be. I think I've seen people here selling these pickles as well. They're like a new craze on TikTok or something.
Yeah, well, that's apparently why she's gone there for it.
That's ridiculous, and why TikTok should be banned. What has this person done with their life where they're like, you know what, I'm going to fly to the UK to buy some pickles? That's crazy.
Also, where is she buying her ticket? Because if she paid £3,000 for a flight, that's like in between business and economy. Like, she either got the cheapest business class flight or she got ripped off on an economy flight.
Oh man, premium economy all day long. You get like a worse business class seat, like a really shitty attempt at a comfortable seat.
I guess the pickles taste better though.
Yeah. Hopefully she got home. When she got home to Australia, they just had these pickles in her local supermarket as a like a special item or something. I
should just import them and try to sell them there.
Why not? I think that'd be super cool. And you could charge like, I don't know, $6 each. Why not? They must be super cheap in the States.
Yeah, I mean, in Wisconsin, you could probably get them for $1, I'm assuming, if you went to Waterloo, Wisconsin.
It's quite a specific place to go to, but...
Well, that's where it says it's from.
That's the best place to go for them, yeah.
Population of 3,500.
Wow.
So they can't be making much of them. They can't be anything else there. They're making these.
Yeah.
One thing I love is that when we get into the details of some of these things and we come across these weird cities.
We do come across the cities that are weird quite often. But still, dildo is our favorite. So, you know.
I mean, yeah, until we go to some of them.
True.
Eventually, we're going to go to a bunch of these places. Waterloo has seasonal hours for City Hall. They're only open 8 a.m. till 4:30 p.m. on Monday to Friday. Oh, no, sorry, on Monday to Thursday. Fridays, 8 till noon.
Yeah, well, you gotta take half day on Friday, you know.
Let's learn about the economic development of Waterloo. Strategically located between Madison and Milwaukee.
Okay, I've heard of one of those places.
Small town charm at an affordable price.
Sweet.
And they've got pickles.
Let's find out how much real estate is. Like, how much can you buy a 3-bedroom house there? And
it's going to be nothing. Like these places are so cheap.
Like 60,000 for a mansion.
I remember like we went to a place where like this person was like bragging about how their houses there were like 150 grand.
Wow.
US. It's like, this is like the most expensive whatever in the area. It's like, all right. Which
sign me up.
I mean, yeah, in Australia, I don't think you could buy an apartment. Like you would buy an absolute dump unless you're in way out of nowhere for a house.
Pretty much the same here. Like you couldn't buy a garden shed for that much unless it was run down and needed a lot of renovation.
Oh, you're looking at about 240 grand for a house in Waterloo, Wisconsin.
There you go. That's ridiculous. So
it's actually quite expensive. So no wonder the pickles are expensive.
The pickle money has gone to their heads.
There's that. Okay, the first one that comes up is 1.2 million.
Wow.
But it is 37 acres.
That's that's not bad then, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah, even the $240,000 is an 8,000 square foot loft. I mean, these are massive houses. So I guess you get big houses for pickle money.
Everyone's living on that pickle money, living in big old houses.
Although there is a foreclosed house for 93 grand that's 4 bedrooms. So
okay, sweet.
Yeah, there's a lot of foreclosures in this. So
not everyone's making that pickle money.
Yeah, maybe the pickle money has turned.
There's people with stories like, as soon as that pickle money started rolling in, I just went crazy.
Big Pickle is taking over, I'm telling you. Ever since Big Pickle squeezed in on our pickles. They only sell them in ones too, so it's yeah.
There you go. Pickles just, I know, are life for people. I can never understand. Like I don't think I would ever fly somewhere to buy a $2 anything.
I think you're going $2 anything. I think you're going to.
All right. Just bear with me here. No,
I don't know if I told you, but Dad and I once we're at Disney, and Disney World has like a sports complex, and there was like spring training for baseball, and I think it was Atlanta Braves, someone like that. We're doing their spring training thing, so we went over and we were watching. And they had the news there, and we only knew the name of one player that were there watching. And then like the news is like, oh, what brings you here today? And then Dad was like, oh yeah, we came to watch this. And they're like, you came all the way from Australia? He's like, yeah, just for this. And they're like, what are the players you came to see? And then he mentioned the one player, and they're like, anyone else? Is like, no, just him.
We're super fans.
Yeah. So at least some people and unfortunately this would be in the 90s, so there was no recording of stuff, but like there are people out there who would have watched the news in Florida thinking there are people that fly all the way from Australia to watch baseball training. I only know the name of one player.
I'm sure that happens all the time. There's probably people be like, I remember one time there was this, like, these Australian people came to watch the baseball training. It was on the news. So popular baseball is around the world.
I mean, there would be people, but people would go to watch games, but not training. I don't even think people there was no one there. So it's not like it was swarmed by thousands of people. It was like 10, 20 other people.
Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't go myself. I'd be like, no, let's not watch baseball. It's fucking terrible. But anyway, that's just my opinion.
I mean, we didn't even know it was on. Like we went to the Disney sports thing to check it out. And then that was one of the things that was there.
I love that. I have an uncle, had an uncle. He's passed away since, but he and my auntie lived in Texas, and they opened a cafe, coffee shop kind of deal. And the local news came in to like do a review of the place, and they were asking customers, and they sat down and asked my uncle like as if he was a customer. Because it was my auntie's name over the place, and he was like, "Oh, I love this place. It's a real taste of home. Everything's great here. It's like the best place to eat in the whole city and all this." So, and they printed his words, and they asked for his name, and he was like, "Brian." It's like his name wasn't Brian at all. It was Connor. So, yeah, I thought that was hilarious. So, yeah, just in terms of the news, don't always believe it, especially if they have people, the public ask questions, because they don't always tell the truth.
Well, yeah.
Who was the player, by the way?
I don't know. It was like that we were there and we saw the player, and then we're like, okay, well, this is the only name that we knew.
Very good. Very good. I love it. Yeah.
Well, a woman 24 is in court for doing what to her parents? I'll give you a clue. It's in Nairobi.
Oh, well, in that case, I don't know, scamming them somehow by or selling them to somebody.
She was charged with creating a disturbance in a manner likely to cause a breach of peace.
Ooh, lovely.
To give you a bigger clue.
All right. Breaching the peace. Wow, fantastic. I still don't know. It could be literally anything. But,
yeah, there's literally no help in any of that. So she's accused of throwing household items outside and shouting at her father and locking him out of the house.
Okay.
So the article reads that she's in court for locking her parents out of their house. So the father came home and the mother was locked outside, and then she was locked outside. He was locked outside. And they were informed that the daughter locked herself in the house, and they pleaded with her to open the house, but she declined and hurled expletives at them while throwing household items.
Nice.
So they went to the police, but they were forced to sleep outside.
There you go. Wow.
And then, so he had to borrow a ladder. The father had to borrow a ladder from one of his neighbors for police to use to scale up the outside of the house to gain entry to the house.
I mean, so this lady's in court because of this?
She's gone to jail.
She's going to jail because she locked her parents outside.
She accused her father of intruding on her privacy after bringing in an electrician to do some repairs to her room without informing her in advance.
All right. Well, yeah, that is grounds for locking people out of the house and then disturbing the peace. At 24 years of age, that's exactly what I would do myself. So.
Just lock your parents out.
Yeah.
Living the dream, really.
You know, because everybody needs time to themselves just to be stress-free, just to reach that moment of zen. Be like, I need to be by myself so you can all fuck off and not get into the house.
Well, in France, they're bringing in a new law for priests.
Uh-oh.
Catholic priests in France will be made to wear QR codes so members of the public can scan them to find out whether or not they are a sex offender.
They ain't gonna like that.
So if you scan the QR code with your phone, members of the public will see a green, orange, or red, depending on the priest's status. Orange is going to be weird.
Yeah, we think he did it. We're not sure. He's just a bit creepy. Oranges, he's just creepy, but he's probably harmless.
The oranges, yeah. This guy's a total creep, so you keep your distance, but we haven't proven it yet.
Yeah. Feel like you should steer clear of this guy.
Okay, so it will not explicitly state by the priest had their status stripped. However, a red color code would serve as a signal that they may have faced sexual abuse charges.
Okay. Where are they going to be wearing this QR code? Like, where on their personage will it be?
Around their neck. They're going to wear a lanyard with a thing on it.
All right, because I was thinking they would strategically place it in other areas.
It's right
like, yeah,
buddy.
Scan my code.
Scan this.
Wow, imagine just be like, all right, we've got to go to France and just walk around scanning priests. Like, excuse me, get over here, please. Okay, you're good. Let's go.
How good would that be to just go to random churches to scan the priest and
just during a ceremony, just walk up and be like, excuse me, just gotta scan this fucker right here. Oh, you're good. You can continue. Or, oh, you're a creepy dude. You're orange. Yeah, fantastic. Love it.
Well, it's actually come from the Catholic Church. So The weirdest thing about this is that according to France 24, a former president of the Church Abuse Survivors Group, La Parole Libérée, the liberated word, said, "It's quite an exceptional measure, which, in my opinion, is one of the Catholic Church's top 3 most stupid ideas." He added,
what
if
are
we
the
have
other
two? He said, if we had to scan the QR codes of clergy members to reassure Catholics, it means the church has hit a new low. It's nothing more than a publicity stunt, and it shows the extent to which trust has been broken. So Catholic priests in France are already required to carry a paper document called a célibat, which confirms their profession and qualification. However, these are being criticized for being difficult to keep up to date.
All right. Well, that's good to know that your priest is fully qualified in being a priest. Kind of sounds like there's some creepy sort of tests they have to take. What do you do if a young boy comes to you by himself? Do you molest him or help him? What do you do? Yeah, I feel like the trust has been broken because of all the sexual abuse scandals that they've had. That's the Catholic Church for you.
I mean, I just love the idea, though, of going to France and going to like every church you can find and scanning until you can find someone who's a orange or a red.
We need to have some sort of like a red light, like a siren, like to put on cop cars, and when it scans and it comes up red, just turn it on and be like, okay, continue.
Pedophile, just screaming.
Yeah, so you know.
Pedo alert. And just flashing lights at them, yeah.
Yeah. But all right. I mean, it was better than the other idea, which was that they have to wear different outfits if they've been convicted of molesting children. But also, I want to know now what that other guy's top 3 stupid ideas were. Like, I want to know what they were. That sounds like he's got some inside scoops there that we need to know about.
Yeah. I mean, where they all had to wear a Trump hat if they.
That's one way.
You've been found guilty. You are now required to wear a "Make America Great Again" hat into church for the rest of your life.
Yes, indeed.
Should go down well in France.
Wouldn't it? Oh, for sure.
Or they have to support a different team or something. It's like, you're an orange, so you're Man United, but you're a red, so you're Man City.
Just think of the humiliation.
Well, in Paris.
True. Yeah.
I mean, it's not going to go down well at like some Paris Saint-Germain game, especially against Man United, and you're sitting in the home team area of a Man United hat and be like, "Hey, calm down. I'm not an actual fan. I just molested some kids."
Yeah, not a comfortable afternoon for you at the game, I don't think. Well.
Well, you made the news again.
Oh, as always.
In the UK. Although in this case, you're lucky you don't live in England and Wales, because you're only being given a ban from a certain thing in England and Wales. You want to take a guess at what?
What is it that's just in England and Wales that you could get banned for? I don't know. McDonald's? Just randomly? I don't know. Yeah. Why did I get banned from anything? What happened?
This is from the law too. It's not just, you're not like banned from a store.
Oh, okay. Driving?
No, that's too normal.
Okay. Yeah, it would be. I should have thought of that.
A man from Chester has been banned from making sexual comments in public to any woman across England and Wales.
They can ban you from that? What? How does that work?
Jacob Allison has been given a 5-year criminal behavior order after harassing women in Chester. The 34-year-old from the city would not take no for an answer when asking them out, Cheshire police said. He also made inappropriate comments of a sexual nature towards young women and was a nuisance and intimidating, the force said. Under the conditions of the order, Allison is prevented from following or acting in a way that would cause a female harassment, alarm, or distress, including making any unsolicited, explicit sexual comment, suggestions, or requests to any female in a public place in England or Wales. He must not enter any brio leisure sites. I don't know what that is. Within Cheshire, in any premises in England and Wales where he's been verbally or in writing informed that he has been barred. What is brio leisure?
I'm feeling it's going to be good.
I think it's going to be something gyms. So he's banned from the gym.
Come on.
He must not remain in or on any premises in England and Wales when asked to leave by any member of staff or security.
Okay.
He also must immediately cease all contact and any communication with any female in England and Wales who has declined his offer to go out or meet up with him.
Okay. All right.
They're pretty strict rules.
Yeah. It's like, can't go to the gym. Can't ask girls out. If they say no, be like,
if they say no, but how is they going to say yes if you can't go to the gym?
Yeah.
It's like a catch-22. He can't be healthy and he can't talk to women who say no. Unless
you go to Scotland, in which case, fucking have at it.
Yeah, that's where they fucked up.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully he lives like right on the border, or like 5 minutes away, and he can get there. I don't know where Chester is. I don't think it's that close though.
It is. It's not too far out. I think it's northwest England.
Okay, sweet.
So from there to Scotland. Let's see, Scotland. Oh no, it's still because of the way that it's near Liverpool.
Okay.
But the way that somehow the way England is, even though you would say that that's kind of in the middle, they say northwest. So you're still, 4.5 hours is to the middle of Scotland.
Okay.
He just needs to get over Hadrian's Wall.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's good. 2 hours and 15 minutes.
I mean, that's not that difficult a drive. So, yeah, there you go. Friday nights up to Scotland.
Hit the gym.
Yeah, hit the gym. Start working out a little bit. Say some suggestive things to the ladies. All good. Get your fill.
Imagine, imagine you're you have to drive 2 hours to hit the gym.
It's worth it. It's worth it. After, I mean, he can't do that where he lives. So maybe it's time to move where he has no restrictions on what he can do or who he can do it to or with or whatever.
These are like the biggest irony is that he's within 2 hours drive he can be
free,
almost with freedom. Although he's got to like set his Tinder to be like, he has to go so that he's at least 5 kilometers away from the border, and then he can set it within 5 kilometers and be like,
first message, where are you from? Are you in England? If so, fuck off.
But then if they say no, then he's in trouble. As
Yeah.
long as he needs to find a way where, I don't know.
She's got to put it on your profile. If you're from England or Wales, move on. Move on.
I'm extremely anti-England, so I only. He needs to join the Scottish political party that's like anti-England that wants to break away. And then he can go to all their functions and meet all the people.
Sounds like we just organized this dude's social life way better than he could have by himself. So
and there's a Nike factory store in Gretna, which is right on the border, and I feel like that's where he needs to go to shop.
That is your place, my friend. That is your place. Get all your leisurely goods, and you can actually hit on the ladies without fear of rejection. Because you can just keep asking them.
You can get a new pair of Nikes and hit on the person working there.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like you need to join the Brio whatever Leo gym in Gretna if they have one.
That would be fun.
Let's see what gyms they have in Gretna. They have multiple that he can join, so he's in luck.
There we go. Yeah. So yeah, if I was him, I'd be moving close to the border, if not over the border.
Yeah, you don't even have to live on the other side of the border. You just need to make sure you don't talk to women.
Yeah.
Or you go near the border and be like, hey, you come over here. And then as soon as they go over the border, then you can ask.
Yeah. Could just take 3 more steps this way. Just a little bit further.
I bet he's really anti-UK leaving the EU because that really is hampering his ability to.
It is. He's got a lot of paperwork to do now to get to the other places. But hey, it's all good.
He had it easy.
Okay.
Because what if I said his ban doesn't go as far as the next guy's?
I would be surprised, but I'm looking forward to hearing about it.
Do you want to take a guess at what this guy's banned from? Along the same lines.
Along the same line.
It's more extreme.
Is he banned from talking to women in general in the UK, in England and Wales? He's not allowed to talk to any women.
That would almost include this.
Okay.
This might even be further than that, I would say.
Okay.
So I don't know if he's explicitly banned from talking to. But this guy, a London man, has been banned from standing near any woman he doesn't know in public.
Okay. I mean, there's obviously a reason, but...
Well, he did get caught sexually assaulting someone, so...
Yeah. So that's not good. But, like, how do you go and buy something in a shop? Like, can you pay for your shopping? How do you, like, go to the pub or whatever? If you can't stand near a woman you don't know. So go to a concert, not possible.
He's been handed a 10-year sexual harm prevention order banning him from intentionally standing behind or next to any female he doesn't know in a public place.
Mm-hmm. So queuing for the bus, not happening.
Yeah, I don't know what you can...
Gets on a crowded train. Nope, not happening.
I mean, he has been jailed for 18 months, and I don't know if that includes the 10 years. But yeah, like when you get out, if you go to Tesco's or the local supermarket and there's a line,
you can't get in it.
Yeah. Well, you can as long as there's only men there.
Oh, yeah, exactly. You just got to wait for a dude to stand in the queue and then.
But there can't be women standing in front.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's going to be awkward. Yeah, just having to make sure there's a dude in front of you. You could hire someone, be the guy who stands in front of.
You need to hire like security who keep like a 5-meter distance for you.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds like that's what everybody needs in their life. Security to make sure you're not standing directly beside or behind a woman.
I mean, the guy deserves it, but it's like,
absolutely.
I don't know. I don't get. You're almost banned from being in public because, how do you control that? Like,
it'd be pretty difficult. Like, anything that you're doing, like, you know, you can't really control who's standing near you,
or who, like, you're walking down the street and then all of a sudden there's a woman walking that way and then there's a woman walking the other way. So you can't go in any direction. What do you do? Yeah.
You walk into a shop, there's just like crowds of people moving very slowly and, you know, you can't help it. You're just trying to find the exit or find, I don't know, the pervy stuff and then the exit. So yeah. Just you better just stay home. Just get used to shopping on Amazon and eBay.
Or you move to Bangkok and only go to ladyboy bars.
There you go. That's another way of dealing with it. So, you know, creative, a bit different, out of the box in lots of ways. So good. And, you know, a ticket to Bangkok is worth not spending 10 years behind.
Although. Mm-hmm. How do you get on the plane? How do you deal with sitting on the plane?
Well, it's okay.
Wait, you can't stand. You can sit, I guess.
Yeah. So as long as you get on the plane and the plane takes off, you're okay though, because you're then outside of the country. And they can't enforce it outside their country, I presume.
Well, possibly. It doesn't say anything about England or the UK, whereas the other one specifically said England and Wales. So, But it is weird that they exclude Scotland.
It is. It is. But there you go.
But yeah, you can go commit whatever crime you want in Scotland. We don't care about them. But
yeah, just
do it in Wales or England.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, just steer clear of those places. So.
Well, what's the last thing you want to hear? Let's say that you're on a train in Austria.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
And you hear an announcement over the intercom. What is the last thing you want to hear?
I don't know where to go with this one, because it's like thing about art students on a rebellion or something. Something about I don't even know. I don't even want to go there, so I don't know.
Well,
maybe.
What if I said there was like no innuendo or anything? It's literally two people were charged in Austria for allegedly playing speeches by Adolf Hitler via the loudspeaker of a train.
I had a feeling that gentleman was going to be mentioned. As soon as the word Austria came up, I was like, I know what this is about.
Oh, a train in Austria. Yeah. Wow. They also blasted the Heil Hitler Nazi salute via the train's intercom several times.
Why? It's like, all right, whatever. I mean, who woke up one day and was like, I've got a fucking great idea. Let's go to a train and play this like really loud.
They're also suspected of responsibility for two other incidents last week on trains running in other parts of Austria, in which recordings were played over the train intercom.
I mean...
But the previous time, two trains were manipulated to broadcast a nonsensical, confusing mix of children's songs and old flawed announcements.
All right. So have they figured? It was just like they figured out how to hack the intercom system on the train. They're like, let's fuck with people.
It says the suspects are believed to have opened the train conductor's intercom cabins with a key all train employees own, and then played the recordings.
Okay,
but they're not employees of the rail operator. But they know who it is, but they didn't. Yeah.
What?
The good thing is that they this is the CBS article, and they do explain who Adolf Hitler was, in case anyone was wondering.
Yeah, just in case you weren't aware.
Yeah,
Adolf Hitler was an art student from Austria who got a little bit carried away.
It says he was born in Austria, which the Nazis annexed into the Third Reich in 1938.
I hope this has a happy ending, this story.
Well, they caught them and arrested them. It does. The fact that they were playing the other weird announcements does sound like they were just messing with people, but at the same time, it's kind of a big deal.
I mean, it's kind of one of those things, you know, if you're going to bring Adolf Hitler into it, you're crossing a line in some way.
Especially on a train in Austria. Like, it's also like, the level of crime you commit to. Like, you could blast death metal or something, which is going to annoy people and create whatever. Whereas this is like a crazy crime that, again, if they played the children's thing and whatever, I'm assuming they didn't do it because they're Nazis. I'm assuming they just did it because like this is offensive and upset people.
Exactly.
So it's kind of like, if you do death metal, you get the same level of craziness without offending people as much and without the same level of crime.
True. Yeah, I think it would be smarter because then, you're less likely to end up, in trouble, in serious trouble.
You're going to get in trouble, but you're not going to get in you're a Nazi trouble. You're getting in.
The difference in trouble though is like, don't do that again. That's very bad. To
and here's a fine.
Versus you're going into prison now. Good job.
And like forever, you're gonna like struggle to get a job once.
Yeah, exactly. So, free life advice: don't bring Hitler into your pranks.
There are many other art students you can use.
Exactly. It's like, who's the most famous Austrian in the world? Oh, we can't talk about him. Like, let's just leave him off the table.
I think nowadays, if I am right, I don't know if this guy is from. Oh no. Don't worry, that would take us down a way. No, forget I said anything.
Okay.
Now, did you know that you can't ride a lion on a safari?
Yes.
You did know that?
Absolutely. The last time I tried it, they got very upset. They were like, "Don't do that. That's not allowed. It's against the rules."
Well, CNBC has written an article. No, you can't ride a lion on safari.
Journalism. How great is it?
They're saying that travel agency Discover Africa had to say when potential clients asked if their young son could ride a lion while on safari. And the guest asked what other wild animals he could ride.
Wild animals. What wild animals can I like? You don't want to do anything with any wild animals, sir. You could just, that's not how the world works. But all right.
There was a Japanese company that wanted Japanese food prepared with Japanese ingredients by Japanese chefs for some 6,000 guests for 6 weeks surrounding the 2010 FIFA World Cup in South Africa.
I mean, that's a lot of Japanese food for all those Japanese people. But
in Africa, though.
In Africa, yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's like a local Japanese restaurant that are like, we'll cook you sushi for 6,000 people every week.
Why not?
There was another guest who wanted a new unopened jar of crunchy peanut butter present at every meal during an 18-day safari in the Kalahari Desert in Botswana.
Perfect. That's what you pay for.
Personally, I just bring myself. I just bring 18 jars of peanut butter to Africa.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you just bring all of the stuff you would have at home instead of trying the local stuff? But also, I think if you can't go 18 days without a brand new jar of peanut butter every day, you're just not cut out for tourism.
How much peanut butter are you eating too?
How? What are you doing with it? Like, there's no way you're eating peanut butter sandwiches.
And why are you bringing your dog on your safari?
That's where I was going with that. I'm glad we ended up on the same page. So it's okay.
I feel like there's another video in just calling these like tour companies and asking for weird stuff from me. Like, can I bring my service dog on safari?
I want to go to Africa, but I want it to feel exactly like Ireland. Like I don't want to actually see any sign that I'm in Africa, but I want to be in Africa. All right.
What's the Guinness like in the Botswana safari? Will it be poured to my liking? I need it fresh off a tap. I cannot be drinking it out of a can.
Yeah, we're not doing cans or bottles around in this trip. It's got to be pure draft, and it's got to be cold. There we go.
Or to my liking.
Absolutely.
And I'm gonna need a fresh Big Mac every day.
Absolutely. Actually, I want a choice of a Big Mac and a Whopper every day. Just have a choice.
And I'm gonna only eat one, and you're only gonna charge me for one, but I need both.
Yes, exactly.
I'm actually going to write this down because I feel like us going on some tour and just being complete jerks about what we request.
I want 1,000 Irish meals for 3 Irish people for 6 weeks of our trip. Prepared by Irish chefs only.
Wait, isn't the next Olympics is like next year? So we should call in France, I think. I think so. We should just call up someplace and be like, yeah, I run I run a department of Guinness and we're all coming over for the Olympics. So
even better, we should try and find what the easiest Olympic sport to qualify is and just like enter the Olympics. Or can we just declare ourselves an Olympian and be like, I'm representing my country at this sport and just be really shit at it? That'd be fun.
I think it's the next one is here. Oh no, 2032. Damn it. All right. That's so far away, but like 2032, we could actually, I mean, you could easily just walk around here and tell people you're competing in whatever.
In 2032.
Like I'm a 50 millimeter 2 kilometer shooter. Like I didn't even know what any of that is or how realistic it is, but you know,
I'd rather be like, I'm in the 400 meters. I'm 50, but I'm in the 400 meters. Are you good? No. I just entered the Olympics to get a free holiday.
Wow.
Here we go.
Actually, that may be a stretch, but 2026, Victoria is hosting the Commonwealth Games. So very easy to say that. And then like obviously Commonwealth means there's a lower barrier to entry. So yes, I am in the lawn bowls. Again, like do you just pick up a random shooting thing and be like, yeah, I 5-time gold medalist in the
just walk around with a gold medal, like buy them off AliExpress or something.
Yeah, I mean, you so easily could.
So someday I just want to go to LA on the Oscars night and walk around with one of those fake Oscars they sell on AliExpress for like $300.
The one, wait, where am
I? I mean, that's one of them.
My superstar, it says.
There you go. Best superstar of the year. Absolutely.
Yeah. So definitely 100% real.
Yeah. should 100% walk around like we've actually won Oscars on that night. Because they do. People just apparently just walk around with their Oscars. So we, just walk down to Mel's, get some chili fries, Oscars on the table.
Well, honestly, 2026, even better because they're not even doing it in Melbourne. They're doing it in like the outer places.
Mm-hmm.
So like they're doing it in regional areas. So easily we can claim to have won the shooting.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Walking around with the medals. It's going to be super fun.
I don't even know any of the. You just invent what gun you shoot.
Yeah.
I'm sponsored by so, I don't know. You just invent.
Yeah.
There's field shooting. Field shooting with rifles, rapid fire, clay target, running target. That sounds too.
It sounds a little bit like I'm practicing my running target shooting. Everybody run.
I'm a specialist drunk shooter. There's cowboy action shooting.
Oh wow. There you go.
So yeah, I mean I won the bronze, I'm pretty disappointed. Told my family I was gonna win gold. They've disowned me. because I said if I don't win, disown me, make me feel it, so that next time I win.
I really needed that goal so I could pay off the family home, and now we're going to be out on the streets. So,
I mean, I don't even know that you would get that much money from it.
Well, hey, listen, you don't know how much houses cost in the back arse of nowhere. So, yeah, it's true. Anyways.
Well, the good news is that it means that King Charles will probably be here. So,
yeah. Which means I'm probably not allowed in, so it's all good. So, I'll stay home. Yeah. Is he bringing his toilet with him? That's the question. Does he have a specific Australian toilet that he brings with him?
Yeah, we should just claim that we're like plumbers flown into. We're ranked number 1 and 2 in plumbing in the world, and we follow the king around to install his toilet. But we fight regularly over who's number 1 and who's number 2.
You're number 2. Everyone knows that. So
I tell you, I need to go number 1, so therefore I am number 1.
I don't think the king wants an Irish plumber for his bathroom.
Yeah, but you're one of the world's best.
Obviously, but you know.
There was one where, back to these wild requests. So someone requested a feather pillow on the left side of the bed and a foam pillow on the right.
Perfect.
Then they called at 10 p.m. to say that pillows had been mixed up.
They were on the wrong side.
I asked if they could swap the pillows themselves as it was late and the housekeeping staff had already gone to bed. The answer was no. They wanted me to get a hold of the cat manager to get to their tent to change pillows for them.
So the pillows were on the wrong side. They just had to be moved to the other side of the bed.
Yes.
Okay, I'll do that for them. No problem. But I would expect a hefty tip, and maybe they were just calling. It was just an excuse to get you into the room. That's what I'm thinking.
They wanted their toes sucked like last week.
Yeah, like, hey, my pillows are on the wrong side. You can come up and play with my pillows.
It would be fun to like stay in a place and call housekeeping for some obscure reason, and then be weird.
I mean, I'm sure that you would get, people pissed off with you quite soon.
I actually kind of thought of a thing for that. What if we call housekeeping and I don't even care. You can do it and I'll be the one for this, right? You call housekeeping.
Okay.
And then I'll be tied in the cupboard and just be like, ignore him. Not nude or anything, but just clothes tied there as if nothing's happening, and then just to get their reaction.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Well, yeah, you ask them how the TV works, and then they come up and show you. And then, yeah, it needs to be a reason why they come in and they would see the cupboard. And then
all right, well, that's one thing we can do.
Not be too far, otherwise it'd be banned from online, but
yeah,
just a random clothed person tied in the cupboard. No explanation. And then she's like, oh yeah, it's him. Hey, say hello.
All right, well, somewhere that I don't want to go back to quite very soon. That's all. So we need there.
Yeah. As a travel operator, it's vital to create realistic expectations, and sometimes that does mean saying no. Over-the-top requests who have the client who asked to help breed a white rhino
To
So-
what?
Help breed a white rhino.
Yeah, you can't. You're not gonna. That's a speciality activity right there. You can't just request that. Fucking hell. You know what I've always wanted to do on vacation is breed a white rhino. That's my goal. Can you help me do that, or what else can we do? Comes up with this.
Well, so he says we simply can't offer to have someone just see a wild rhino up close, but we can arrange for guests to join a wildlife vet in a helicopter-based rhino darting conservation exercise.
That's not the same thing, though, is it? So,
An Echo Resort was knocked for not having air conditioning in the bathroom.
Yes, very well. These people should not be traveling to these parts of the world. So they're not equipped for it if you can't handle a bathroom with no air conditioning. Because yeah.
Yeah, it's okay, I think that's all the examples of the wild thing from that article. So what is a good reason to get away with drink driving?
There's no good reason to get away with it.
Or a good way to get away with it.
A good way.
Let's say you get caught.
Right.
And the cops are coming up to your car. What's a...
I don't know, man. Just I guess I like to get away with it. Is this? I think I actually know that this is the one where the dude swapped seats with his dog.
Yeah, it is.
I read that the other day. I was like, what the hell? How does it's just like the dog looking up at the police? We're like, sorry about that. Also, why did you bring your dog out drinking with you? Like, what's going on? Yeah. I don't know. That's a weird one. But
I'm a bit offended though because the dog did not face any charges and was let go with just a warning.
Well, there's no specific law against dogs being drunk and driving a car, so technically nothing wrong there. So
there you go. Legal.
Like, how can you think, even if you're drunk, how can you be like, this is the best idea ever? They'll think the dog was driving.
Well, firstly, he was drunk.
Yeah. Where did this happen? Was this in
in the middle of nowhere in Colorado.
Okay. Fair enough.
Now, I don't know if you're aware, but there's a doping scandal in fishing.
Yes, it keeps me awake at night sometimes thinking about it.
And a fisherman has been sentenced to 10 days in jail.
No way. Oh, actual jail, like not just like fishing.
Real jail. So two men who admitted to cheating during a fishing tournament in Ohio were sentenced to 10-day jail terms.
Okay.
They had to forfeit a boat worth $130,000.
Whoa.
Their fishing licenses were suspended for 3 years.
Unbelievable.
And will spend a year and a half on probation after they complete their jail terms. And they have to pay a $2,500 fine each.
Wow. I mean, they've been hit pretty hard for cheating at a fishing event. Like, that's a lot of...
The prosecutor said, although these two deserve to have their fishing licenses suspended for life, the law only allows a maximum of 3 years. These two should be banned from every fishing tournament for life. They are thieves, and now they are convicted felons. So do you want to guess what they did?
It sounds like they sexually molested all the fish or something. I don't know. Like, doesn't sound like they
You want to know what's even more insane is that the winner of the tournament that they cheated gets $28,700 in prizes
for a fishing contest.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they've ended up in jail, banned for life, lost a boat worth 130 grand.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I don't know if the punishment fits the crime, but I'm guessing they had some sort of weights in their fish or something, or...
Well, yeah, you've hit it on the head. The tournament director noticed that the fish were heavier than they looked and cut the fish open, revealing the metal weights and several fish fillets inside.
Maybe they're just naturally changing their diet, these fish, and they were just, ingested some metal. Yeah, they're just like, oh no, we're into weights now, those fish.
Yeah, I can't help it that my fish is a weights addict.
All right. Well, I mean, it was a good idea, but they clearly went overboard. Pardon the pun. With the weights. That's crazy. But yeah, there you go.
What's the most courageous thing you've seen?
Well, saw an English guy walk into an Irish pub once. Courageous. Brave. I don't know. The most courageous thing I've ever seen.
That pales in comparison to what this is, but
yeah. I don't know. Someone like jumping into a swimming pool to save someone. Something kind of lame like that. I don't know.
Well, the Quebec Premier says raising politicians' salaries by $30,000 requires courage.
I mean, yeah, because people are going to be coming after you. But like for why? I mean, I think politicians are probably not. They shouldn't be looking for pay rises unless everybody gets an equivalent pay rise because they get a pay rise, which they're not going to do. So.
No,
but he can't make happen, so.
He said it's a file you have to have the courage to deal with to attract all people to politics, not just people who have made money before.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know what to say. I think he should stick his courage and get on with his job. So
now Quebec has made an offer that works out to be a 13% pay rise increase over 5 years, a lump sum of $1,000, and an additional 2.5% increase for government priorities. Whereas this guy wants, they say they're going to give themselves $582 in increase per week, and they tell us that the $100 is too much.
Yep. It's just another, it's the same everywhere. They're all doing it. So
the government officials are on 101,000 and he wants it to be 131,000.
I mean, really, can he be expected to live on 101,000?
No.
Really? I don't think that's fair.
It's Quebec. He's got to speak in French.
Yeah, it's true. So bilingual gets you more money. So definitely should take that into consideration. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Oh, well, I mean, but don't worry, he doesn't have to actually live on that because that's just the base salary.
Okay, cool.
It says most of them already earn substantially more than the base salary because of other duties. So, yeah. Can't expect them to slum it.
There you go. Everyone's got their cross to bear, so to speak.
It takes courage from you to give me an extra $30,000.
I'm just not feeling very courageous. Yeah, not gonna lie. Feels like not a thing to do. But hey, it's a good way to make yourself very popular. To request a $30,000 pay rise when you're getting paid $100,000. So
Now, finally, we have the most amazing titled story.
Okay.
What could go wrong while masturbating using sex toys? That's the tagline of this story. And I'm not going to read you the title because it is very wild. So do you want to take a guess? What could go wrong while masturbating using sex toys?
I mean, I don't know. I presume you would be experienced in if you were using these sex toys, so you should know how to use them. But I'm thinking either something got stuck or something got broken somehow. So yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so the article does also start. So not only does the tagline say with that, it says, what could go wrong while masturbating using sex toys? Well, everything.
Oh, everything. All right. Sweet. Okay.
Man in Czech Republic died of electrocution while using an electrical device during a botched self-pleasuring session. The man was found dead inside his room by his parents, who noticed something was suspicious going on with their son.
I'll say. Okay. So the incident came to light when the deceased man's parents knocked on his bedroom door. Mm-hmm.
They noticed something was amiss when he did not open the door despite them knocking multiple times.
That's when, you do. You notice something's amiss when someone doesn't answer your bedroom door. So.
They had to call the fire department, who pried the door open with a lever, whereupon they saw their son's lifeless body lying on the floor. The man was wearing a one-piece women's swimsuit.
Beautiful.
While his lower limbs, trunk, and neck were tightly bound with plastic textile straps.
Okay. So.
The dead man was trying to simultaneously satisfy multiple atypical fetishes. His unorthodox self-pleasuring methods involved body wrapping, cross-dressing, anal masochism, self-fetishism, and a lower abdomen simulation with an electrical mechanical massage device. A subsequent examination revealed the electric device malfunctioned when plugged in, as the autopsy revealed burns on the skin above the man's penis corresponding to the shape of the device.
Beautiful.
This led the authors to conclude that the man had died due to accidental fatal electrocution related to autoerotic manipulation. During the autopsy, the doctors found a strange foreign body in his intestine, which was later identified as a fancy condom with plastic translucent box.
Okay. I mean, some people really go to the extremes with everything that they do. Some people knock one out in about 10 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever. Other people are like, I'm going to put on all this shit and stick my dick in some electric thing that's going to maybe electrocute me. Yeah. So be careful.
The part that isn't identified in this, it says it's in the New York Post, but I'm not finding the thing, the article, because this article doesn't read all of it. Or it doesn't mention all of it, because the title actually mentions that the title of it is Masturbation with Sex Toy Kills Man Gets Electrocuted with Ping Pong Ball Up His Butt While Jerking Off. But where's the ping pong ball?
You know, if there's an afterlife and you're just this sitting around talking to other people in the afterlife, and they're like, "So, how did you die on Earth?" Well,
okay, I found the actual so it was an electric massage device with signs of wear that he'd purportedly used on his nether regions. He died of that. So he had a fancy condom in a plastic translucent box. Affixed to it was label inscribed with the victim's first name. So on the box, it had his first name, which was stuck inside his intestines in a condom. So the first website that I found this off cut the article there, but it keeps going. The post-mortem probe also uncovered a ping pong ball attached to a plastic cylinder that the man had lodged in his rectum. So he'd put a condom around a translucent box that was inscribed with his name, which was stuck in his intestines. But he also had a ping pong ball attached to a plastic cylinder inside his ass.
I'm telling you, this was the most extravagant wank anyone's ever had.
While he's cross-dressing, while he's using electrical things.
Yeah, crazy.
As a result of his dangerous carnal decathlon, the man had suffered internal organ congestion as well as swelling in the lungs and brain due to trapped fluid. Meanwhile, he also had blood trapped in his heart chamber. Unfortunately, this was far from the only example. Oh no, then they go into like other things. So yeah, that's all for this man.
Well, yeah, maybe be less adventurous out there, folks. Maybe just,
just one ping pong ball up the arse.
Feels like he went to a lot of effort. Like he was having to push himself to further and further extremes. Just simply.
Imagine the cleanup after that. Like,
I mean, he also like, I'll be like an hour in my room, Mom. Don't come up to my room. I don't want to be disturbed for the next hour.
Well, no wonder he locked the door and they had to cut it open. I mean,
yeah. I mean, you would if you're going to all that trouble. You can't exactly like have somebody knocking your door, be like, "Oh, just be a second. It's going to take you like 10 minutes to get out of all that sort of."
Oh
stuff.
my God, there's a diagram of it.
No. Don't. We don't need that. That's all good.
So basically, the ping pong ball cylinder tape shaped thing had pushed the other thing up further inside his ass.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess I'm very vanilla when it comes to these things, because I'm like, two of those things would have been too much. Never mind all of the whole combination of everything. So
here I am, just using a real doll, not washing it and using it again.
Yeah, just getting kinky using two of them. But this dude, he was on a whole other level. So yeah. But
I mean, at least it was inscribed with his name. So
I mean, he was being true to himself. But yeah, these electrical things, man, you got to make sure they don't electrocute you to death while you're just trying to get off. So that's the lesson to learn.
If you put ping pong ball cylinder things in your ass.
So how did your son die?
Well, we don't know which thing killed him.
Yeah, he was quite an adventurous soul. Oh man. Yeah,
he was 32. So it's not like.
This is one of the problems of the internet. This is like this dude found something on the internet, was like, I'm going to try this. This is going to be great fun. And they killed him. So,
what I want to know is, why is he wearing a women's one-piece swimsuit while he's got stuff up from? He's got both sides of his body going, right? So why does he need to put it in on top of that?
Don't pretend you don't know what it's all about. Right? We've all seen your internet search history. We're all, it's okay, cool. It's dude, it's cool. It's cool. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just, see, this is why it sounds to me like he got to a level where like he couldn't get off until he had all of the things at once. He's just like, he kept having to add more and more to it. So yeah, it was bound to end in disaster one way or the other.
Yeah, imagine if he kept going.
What's next? What can I add to this? Imagine at that point when you're into that level of stuff, like you meet someone and they're just like, they are very vanilla, or they're just like a regular person, and you're like, okay, what I like to do is shove this up my bum and then do this as well, and then this, and then I've got this other thing, and they're gonna be like, no, just
it's gonna take
no.
5 hours.
Oh, you want to have sex? Let me just prepare myself. Give me 6 to 7 hours and I'll be ready.
And don't forget, the first 7 things you pull out of my arse are just for show. It's the 8th. That's where we get going.
That's when it really kicks into gear. Yeah, we're flying then, dude. Just take it back a notch or two and enjoy yourself. Hey, maybe it's great. I don't know, but I'd rather would not have the risk of death when I was, trying to enjoy myself. So it's just me. So
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, we finished on a high note as always. Give you something to excite yourself for.
Yeah, I mean, this just gives me lots of internet research to do for the week ahead. Hopefully, I will survive and see you next week. But we're, gotta find these electrical devices. I don't know where they are, but I'll find them. But yeah, man, it's been a fun one, and yeah, listen, just take care of yourself. Only put like two or three things up there this week.
Yeah, I don't want to be too risky.
Yeah, don't wear the swimsuit on top as well. That's just overkill. There you go.